or sometimes they call that the chair conformation. So it'll be twice the diameter. So it might start out as half the diameter now, but very quickly in a year or two, it'll be bigger.
Does this one actually, if you were to just grow it by itself, would it still make a fruit?
Yeah, they taste good. All the wild persimmons I have taste good. They're small. The native, as far as I know, the Native American persimmons that are selected for fruit quality are from the population that's north of the Ohio River. And those have 90 chromosomes, like the Asian persimmon. And so they are sexually compatible. So the hybrids among them are from the north of the Ohio River one. These south of the Ohio River, these Southern American persimmons, are 60 chromosome. I don't think they're sexually compatible with the ones north of the Ohio River. And they also make a much smaller fruit. Having those extra chromosomes, makes them bigger fruit. And they got bigger leaves, and the leaves are a different shape. And I don't think they should be called the same species. I'm going to go ahead and do, just to be crazy, I'm going to see if I can do a very tiny whip and tongue. Okay. So with the whip and tongue, I'm going to slice all the way through it. And then I kind of put my finger back here to reinforce the top of the whip and tongue. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then I always like to start my tongue from the top of what I'm cutting. Rock it so you can control the depth of cut and not cut the finger, which I still occasionally do. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. So that's the tongue. If you do this graft without the tongue, it's called a splice graft. Okay. And Brandy down at Just Fruit, she always likes to do a splice. The tongue helps you to place, to hold it in place. There we go. So that's the same. Now if I cut at the top here, and I got the top of the scion going down. So cut at the top again. Oops. And go into it. Now, when these two meet, see inside, it'll lock in and they'll be touchy. So yeah, my friend Scott likes this graft. He finds that aesthetically appealing. It does look better. Does it? I know it's a little harder.
You have to have a really good hand and more practice.
If you get it's actually pretty easy to do if you practice it.
Practice makes perfect.
You get good at it. They say people with more experience than me say it's an easy graft to do.
It's just something that you do. If you do it a lot, you'll get the hang of it.
I've never done a whip and tongue on something so small before.
So the first time.
Yeah, I'll do it on 3/8 or half-inch size boards.
You should be proud of yourself. You're on camera. You're on YouTube. John's the man. You see, a lot of people need to know about using the rubber band. It helps keep it secure when you wrap the paraffin around it.
I got these at Walmart. I like these multi-packs because you get different sizes of rubber bands. So for tiny things, I like the really small ones, and for big ones. So.
Well, you have two different choices.
Yeah, I bought budding rubbers. I actually like the rubber bands better than the budding rubbers.
I've seen them. They're a little different.
Yeah. The parafilm will protect the rubber band from the sun, especially when you're doing dormant grafts that have to stay out for a while. The rubber band degrades in the sun before the graft takes. But the parafilm seems to block enough light to keep the rubber band doing its job. Yeah, and it keeps the moisture in, and it'll mean semi-permeable, allows it to exchange gases so the wound can heal quicker. I just love parafilm. It is great. I've actually had better success now before I was using this plastic. The little pieces of plastic. Yeah, I hate the plastic. And you have to take it off, and I had no luck. Yeah, I really like the parafilm. Let's do something wild and try a really tiny one. I mean, that's Maggie. That's Maggie. Maggie's having a blast. She's lost. On these really tiny ones, I've actually grafted peaches and plums. About that diameter, maybe a little smaller. Where was I cutting? I lost my cut. There it is. I just do a simple cleft. It's so small I can't do the side cleft or side wedge. So I just do a simple split down the middle.
Try not to touch the cuts, the open wound. You don't want to get any bacteria or fungal spores or any kind of nasty. There we go.
So that's a pretty curved cut I made on this little thing, but the wood's very flexible because it's so tiny. Mm-hmm. So I actually think that's got, because this little tiny seedling is actively growing like that. I think that's going to take. I'd be surprised if it doesn't. This is the only time of year, like I said, that I get good graft percentages.
You can see it right there.
And you really got to have these tiny rubber bands for that.
Mm-hmm.
This pot of persimmons I had at my house here in Tallahassee, where it's warmer, and here we are in February, and they're breaking dormancy and growing.
It's crazy.
Whereas in the past, in our historical climate, I didn't see persimmons waking up at all till April. And then it started happening in March, and now it's in February.
It's a big change happening.
Yeah, especially you'd have to be in denial not to see it.
I know. You have to be outside a lot.
Pay attention to
plants and...
Yeah, you see it.
That's a small, so that's really cool. That's the guy you're talking about, Adam.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to have to watch. I haven't seen the video.
I'm got a new one. I'll have to to you.
Yeah, I'd like...
Pink Green Dreams, he's down in again.
I'd like to... none of my Devoted copies are old enough to play bear, but they're close.
You have one a lot bigger than the one?
Yeah, the biggest one at my house is about... it's definitely 6 feet by now, so it's getting close.
Probably this year, next year. Probably next year.
I'd say it's probably going to be a couple years before I get fruit. I'd say it's going to be about 8 feet tall when it makes fruit.
Have you thought about trying to graft some of them?
I actually did, because I know it's getting more mature, but...
So that's a veneer. I don't know if you can see it, but that's a veneer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just let me get a rubber band and tie it. A little bit hard wrestling all these other twigs in there.
Yeah, it is.
So one of the things I like to do when I'm doing a graft like this is actually put the rubber band on there first.
Mm-hmm.
So that's ready to go. So now it's ready to wrap over and hold it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Make it easier on you.
and then you can kind of hold it and then wrap around. And then you can take your finger over and hold it.
Hold it in place.
So that way you can place it in a proper position and you're not wrestling. And it looks like you've done it before. And there's probably all kinds of different finger work techniques you can do, but that's the way I do it.
I like it.
And then now I'm going to go back down and wrap right there. See, I had to push it down. Now that little lip at the bottom is in contact with the little wedge at the bottom of the veneer sign. So
It's a good, now you pointed that out.
yeah. So you can just reposition it a little bit. And then I'll tuck it under. Come around here so you can see it. Perfect. There we go. And because that's actively, and you can leave this actively growing too. So that pushes out. And then most likely that will go together. Okay, so that's a veneer.
I did one of these on the mango. I thought it was still green.
Veneer.
It's pushing out a little bud. I'm not sure if it's a flower cluster or a leaf.
It's flower busted off.
Probably a flower cluster. Push it.
Busted off. As long as there's a vegetative bud.
It's not. What's going to happen? It's just like tricky to find out. It's doing something.
Only one bud.
But I got 3 of them.
If there's a flower bud, there's probably a little leaf bud right where it's not. You might not see it.
I hope so. Because hers, I thought they were pushing out buds.
So I like the cleft and the side wedge or side cleft on these persimmons.